They're not flogging themselves before bed? What?
You're not playing chess, are you?
I thought I had it there.
You could stand for some lessons with Kieran there, Doran.
Who would you rather fight alongside? The Griffins or the Ponies?
The Sky Ponies.
What do you know about One Stone?
I don't know much about a lot of things.
Do you like the fresh jazz, man?
That sounds fun. I love jazz.
Stone giants are known for smashing things.
You had a bit more of a complicated past than I had assumed originally.
Yeah, complicated. That's the word.
Do you say complicated?
The fuck is that?
Welcome back to Dice Shame. This is episode 114, set in stone.
MVP this week is Darianne Stover for sharing her Spotify report for the year and revealing that Dice Shame is her #1 spot. Thank you so much, Darianne. Can't wait to make next year's list, too.
If you're in the holiday spirit and you're looking for something that will motivate you to bake cookies, shop for presents, or decorate that tree, tune in to Invictus Holiday Radio. Harlan and I have been creating a weekly fake radio show to get you through the season. Harlan's spinning some of the best music the season has to offer, and we're splicing in our own fake commercials, call-ins, and segments. Join the Discord or our Patreon to stream or download the shows today.
It's a lot of fun.
All right, should we get down to business?
Let's do it.
So I was checking out on Amazon, and I realized that my cart was like $95 or something.
What? You have to buy the cards too?
The only thing I had bought were these little car air fresheners, so there's no way. And I realized there was something left in my cart. Do you guys ever go onto Amazon and you add a bunch of stuff and you're like, for sure I want these,
Yeah.
but not now. I'm going to get them later, right?
I've definitely accidentally just bought something that way.
Oh no.
That's
What was
hilarious.
it?
Oops.
It was a new microphone holder.
Ooh.
Okay, I thought I needed a new microphone holder
Don't we all?
because my shock mount wasn't holding. Like I was screwing it, but it kept coming loose. I was like, okay, I need a new shock mount. And it happened a few times and I kept forgetting to buy a new one. So I was downstairs, I was cooking, and I threw one in my basket on Amazon the minute I remembered. And then I threw in, I think this was before Halloween, so I think I threw in some Halloween candy as well too.
Secret candy.
And then I remembered, okay, I got to get the Halloween candy because it's getting close to Halloween. I punched through my cart, boom, bang, bing. Next day or so, this shock mount shows up. So first off, I was like, what the hell is this? Oh, right, I bought a shock mount. So this is a twofold discovery. The first being that the shock mount that I have that's broken is nowhere near broken. I was just using it wrong.
Upside down.
Oh.
I had it upside down. So I was constantly trying to keep it tight, and it was like fighting against gravity. And then I was like, literally, I took it off. And I was like, Joe was sitting at our desk and I was like, wait a minute. I'm happy to announce that I did come to the realization, stupid as it was, I came to it by myself. I was like, wait a minute, if I do it this way. So immediately turn it upside down, works perfect now. And then the kicker was when I opened the other one, it was like 4 fucking sizes too big.
Oh.
So it's this giant shock mount that I have no use for that I could probably find a way to return to Amazon, but I'm keeping as a lesson for my own stupidity to never press checkout without checking.
What a goof.
You just have to get a bigger microphone.
I will get a bigger microphone.
Keeping it as a
Or just,
lesson.
if Henry ever hurts his arm again, he can have it like a shock mount,
Yeah, like one of those bungee jumper things.
sling.
Perfect.
It's like a prison for a hamster.
How many years did you have it upside down for, do you think,
All of them.
before you realized?
All of the years I've had a microphone that sits in a shock mount. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can do it the way I did. It's not going to be as sustainable.
I'm thinking that in Joe's cart was the entire Harry Potter collection.
Oh.
So that's wrong, Justin.
She hates Harry Potter.
Damn it.
Interesting selection, an interesting choice. Actually, I've read the Harry Potter series up until the 6th book, I think, and then
then
I
you
just
hated
got bored. What do you think was in my cart?
I'm guessing it was a Christmas present for me.
Oh, what do you think it was?
The Abbott and Costello Blu-ray disc edition that I've been asking for so long. And I know she
Incorrect.
wants to get from... Oh, never mind.
Incorrect. Wrong.
Case of Diet Dr. Pepper.
Just kidding.
Oh, great idea, Rob.
$90 of
90
Dr.
it's-
Pepper.
That's right.
$90
There's
is-
80 cans. No.
That'd be a terrible
Alex?
I'm going to say it was like case of dental floss.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
For $100?
Lifetime supply.
No? Okay.
No, you're wrong.
400,000 miles of dental floss.
No, if I were to actually guess,
That was your actual guess.
no, not the Blu-ray thing is $128.
Oh,
I know
yeah,
this.
right.
I know this.
I could check right now and tell you on Amazon. It's
I'm just saying,
$128.
your actual guess. That was your actual
this.
guess.
I know.
No, it wasn't. My actual guess, which is also wrong, but if I were to guess, I would
There are
say
not many things I know in this world.
funniest thing would be that if it was multiple versions of the same thing. Like if you accidentally got frozen on the page and clicked it
Oh,
and added
yeah,
like
yeah,
25 of that thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Great.
happened to me before too.
And this is where I was going to go with my point to this.
No,
discussion.
you already said your guess.
No,
Don't
you.
say it's not
No,
your
not my
second
guess, but what I'm saying is I'll go shopping and I like sometimes I was looking for like action figures.
For yourself?
No,
For
for
me?
the kids.
For me.
For your kid brother.
And so I was putting like multiple in because I'd find this one for this price, and then I'm like, oh, this one's like pretty much the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get to the end, and there's like $500 worth of toys in there. I'm like, oh, I should probably delete some of these. All I did because
Harlan was
Harlan was
just
doing
miming the arc of his story as a slow incline and then a sharp drop.
But I was very close to putting the order through. I'm like, okay, I got the, and then I'm like,
But then you did.
$356. What the hell's going on here? I'm like,
That's a good story.
Is it though? He just said he put a bunch of stuff in his cart and then he removed it.
No, but I mean,
It's the way he tells them.
I can
Yes.
emotionally connect to the shock of realizing that you've got $500 worth.
whoa,
of
what did
toys.
I put in there?
You're giving him too much credit.
I need to know what kind of action figures before I can invest in the emotionally in the
That's
arc of
right.
the story.
That's true.
G.I.
That's true.
Joes.
What kind?
Marvel superhero.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
Marvel is that the name? Is it a generic Marvel superhero?
He bought $500
Marvel
worth of them.
superhero.
Take a look.
No name Marvel superhero.
Actually, I can show them to you.
Oh, he's going into his background. He's
there we are.
opened
Liam and
it.
Emily.
Oh,
Oh my god, it's X-Man
I was like, oh, they're like collectibles.
and X-Girl.
They're like the Legends or something. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
Marvel's
they.
Cannonball
They
and-
read very much
X-Force.
Marvel's '90s.
Who are those
What, Boom Boom?
characters? I don't think that those are Marvel characters.
Boom Boom and Electrode Man.
X-Force.
Boom Boom ended up on Next Wave, which makes her one of the best
Oh, okay.
because Next Wave is awesome.
Oh, X Force. That's Deadpool's little team, isn't it?
Is there a piece of a leg?
Anyway, what was it, Joe?
It was 2 Yankee candles.
Oh wow, they're expensive.
They are so flipping expensive.
Yankee Candle burned it up.
What is a Yankee candle?
It's like a candle that you've seen. They have the glass
That you've seen.
almost like bubble tops.
Yes.
and they have the plastic lip, and you pull them off. And
It's a candle that you burn.
What flavors were they?
Okay,
Flavors, scents. What are Yankee candles?
they're
come in?
flavors.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
the way we use them, flavors.
So the reason that I
Understood.
put them in my cart and left them in my cart
wax
is
flavor.
because they're massive and they're each like $45, which is
fuck.
crazy. Too much, too big. I need to find the smaller version of the candle, but they're like standard Christmas bullshit stuff where it's like
Warm spices. And,
no. I don't want the apple spice or nothing. I want
Okay.
like a spruce tree.
I
candle.
see.
I want a cinnamon and pine candle. You know
Gotcha.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to smell like I'm walking around in a forest. In
I
my
call
house.
that Penniman.
An on fire forest.
Yes.
with cinnamon somehow.
Just light the stove.
Well, we do. Believe me. Even with the pilot light on, we just fill that house with gas.
I
There you
love
go.
having a candle lit though. It just feels like cozy and
It's
like
beginning
zen.
to look
Oh,
a lot
100%.
like
You know what works well? If you put like one of those candles, those glass candle, on like your
Yeah, we do
the
that.
element of your stove, so it's like nice, gets it nice and hot.
Oh no, we don't do that. That's amazing.
Does that work? I think you would definitely light your house on
would buy
fire.
No, but you know
right?
what
I'm sure of it.
what we do
do. Huh?
is we make little like pots of water with like a bit of vanilla extract and like a cinnamon stick, and you just like low bubble it, or even
Yeah.
So nice.
a piece of tin foil in the oven really, really low, and you just put like some spices right on there and you cook it, and it ends up just sort of smelling. I'm talking about really low. Don't
Yeah.
blast your oven at 400 and roast, 'cause
Or-
it's just gonna burn.
You get some really good quality bleach and some ammonia, and
Yeah.
you just mix it together in a pot, and you just slow simmer it
and take a good whiff. I like to put a towel over my head as I breathe in the bucket.
Definitely have the fume hood on for that, I guess.
Try this at home. No, don't try this
Oh my
at home.
god.
That's a joke, ladies and gentlemen. That will cause you to die. That's a
That was
poison.
a
Don't
joke.
do that.
That was a chemistry joke, I think, probably.
Yeah.
I don't even. Well, it was, I guess, yeah, technically.
Anyway, should we play some D&D?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of poison gas clouds.
Speaking of which,
Oh, Rob's gonna fart into the microphone.
Oh, no.
again, Rob,
Oh, no.
Come on,
Bending
Rob.
over.
Oh,
for the
what did you
30th
have for
time
lunch?
today.
My God.
Our sound effects budget, unreal. Got a consummate professional.
Back aboard the airship, it would seem that some of the cultists on deck are looking at you with a little bit of amusement, perhaps, at your antics lately. You just descended from the ship in order to track down a parcel of belongings that you had thrown overboard yourselves and then tried to hit with an arrow. It seems like maybe some of them don't really know what you've been up to and maybe are a little bit afraid to guess. So they're going about their business, but maybe a few of them are casting looks at you.
If anyone would understand weird religious rituals, you'd think it would be cultists.
No, they only understand their own weird religious
Right,
things.
right.
Everything else to them is still weird. They're like, what? They're not flogging themselves before bed? What? How do they know the gods won't kill them in their sleep?
They don't commune with the great dragon?
Jackson is perched on one of the tethers that's on the side of the balloon, with his little tressum wings folded along his back, his huge yellow eyes casting around the ship, and he finds the huge form of Kraloth, glides over and lands on your shoulder, Kraloth, purring appreciatively.
Oh, hey there, little buddy. It is a beautiful day, isn't it? Oh, I got a treat for you. And Kraloth reaches into his bag and he pulls out a little piece of
Dwarf.
cured fish that he'd been saving for Kieran.
This fell off a Doran. I think it's good.
I found this in Doran's beard.
Beard brined.
So speaking of Doran, the ship rights itself ever so slightly, and the massive ape shape of Doran quickly, reduces down to the
You're way
normal
behind, brother.
dwarf size. The arm comes up over the side.
You're not an
When
ape.
were you an ape?
You're not an
Was
ape.
I not
You're
an
way
ape coming
behind.
up?
No.
coming up the
That
side.
was like 10 episodes ago.
Oh,
This was
you're
you're just
right.
normal, and we came back from.
Okay, I thought I had it there. Damn it.
I know. The last thing that's important for your character is that as you were leaving, one of the other dwarfs went, "See you soon, Doran Iron Fist," and you were like, "Huh?"
I remember that part.
What did I miss?
I love that.
I just
Leading up to
couldn't
that
remember-
point,
right,
Alex went and
right,
turned
right.
off the lights, closed his eyes.
Well, I'm getting in
Got
the
into
I'm getting in the mood.
We've been
into
practicing
character.
Doran's ape moves. I don't know. Jack and Doran on their days off have been just making sure Doran had like his giant ape stone boulder
That's right.
throwing
Yes.
stuff down.
Thank you for going along with it, Rob.
I'll play along.
Say
It's
yes.
all good.
Doran's arm clambers over the side of the ship as he's the last one up the ladder, and he looks around and kind of makes eyes back at the cultists who give him odd looks, and he sort of grumbles under his voice, "Oh, mind your business, eh?"
Yeah, what we do with our stuff is our business.
That's right.
Red nods emphatically, throwing an arm over Doran's shoulder and following him into the inside of the ship.
If only they knew what we'd been through.
Yeah, I mean they do, but yeah.
Well, but not all of it, right? Come on.
well, Damien does. I told him everything.
Damien.
Yeah, that dude.
What was that one? Yeah.
He's the one that looks after Shale,
I
right?
feel like my voice has changed. How does Doran sound again?
Christian Bale, Batman.
Right.
Obviously.
So, how far do you reckon we are from the next stop there, Jack?
Well, the next one we're going to is
Where are we going?
where are we going?
The Boombastic Jazzman Isle. Let's do it.
That sounds fun. I love jazz.
Yeah, for some reason. It's on the map.
So Jack conjures up the map in front of us and sort of plots our course Indiana Jones style to sort of see, well, we're headed to One Stone, and, we should get there late on the 25th. So we've got a couple of days, hopefully, to uneventfully fly through the air there. No more bugs. No more celebrations.
Yeah. You're telling me I'm really tired of those bugs flying around.
Clear skies. No storms, I hope. I guess I don't really have a weather sense.
Yeah, you're right. No more celebrations. Red turns to Shale and he's like, I guess they forgot my birthday. And he runs back to his room. Just kidding.
Oh, okay, good.
Cool. Did you guys want to do anything before we end up at the next burial mound? There's about 5 days to burn.
I think Red fletches some more arrows in his downtime, but it's very matter of fact.
Jack spends his time practicing his flute when he needs a mental break and swapping spells with the fellow wizard on board and telling stories and getting finding all those friction points between archaeologists and anthropologists just because. But
And highlighting how one is better.
Yeah, Endazar's got a lot of books with him, and maybe the two of you peruse.
oh, for sure.
Does Andazar speak giant?
I don't think so.
Oh,
He's
dang,
kind of a budding linguist.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, he's been studying some of the languages of the different barbarian tribes, but that's something that he saved for his 500th birthday through.
Although it might be interesting for one evening after perusing books, knowing we're going to One Stone, Jack might sort of say when we're all gathered around, Endrazard, what do you know about One Stone? I'm not even sure I know which tribe spends time at that sacred place.
Ah, yes. Well, it is interesting that you're going there. I've never been personally, so if you don't mind, I would love to accompany you down.
Well, you're pretty committed at this point.
Well, yes. You could drop me off anywhere you like. I'm just kind of a side dude.
Bit of a ways down.
As far as One Stone itself, I believe it is of the Sky Pony tribe.
Oh.
Red laughs. That's a pretty good name. Sky Pony.
Who thought of that?
I'm sorry, Red. Is there something?
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk out of turn. I just mean to say that name. It's stupid. It's a stupid sounding name.
It is a stupid sounding name.
Well, Red, you must understand there are some peoples whose language does not translate very well into common, and so I'm trying my best to do the most accurate depiction, I suppose.
No, of course. Kraloth and I don't mean any offense. Again, it's just a really stupid sounding name. Sorry.
You could probably think Pegasus or Nightmare or any of those other horses that fly through the air.
I mean, we just came from the Griffin tribe. You'd think that they would have something that's a bit more intimidating to kind of keep up with their neighbors, right?
Yeah. Who would you rather fight alongside? The Griffins or the Ponies?
The Sky Ponies.
The Sky Ponies?
I doubt we're going to run into anything dangerous there.
No. Stupid Sky Ponies.
I suppose you are right.
So Doran, seems a little bit, you guys are laughing and having a good time with the Sky Ponies. And Doran's...
You've never seen a Sky Pony.
Yeah, he gets all fucking serious.
No, well, he does.
Stabs his knife into the wood and leans forward. You'll laugh.
But not like that.
Fucking Jaws here.
He does a lot of self-reflection, and you kind of see Doran's a little bit separated from the rest of you, and he does a lot of self-reflection. And you see him doing push-ups a couple days, and then
It's for days at a time.
he goes to
Whoa.
Kraloth, and I guess maybe I rat-tat on your door.
You knock?
Yeah,
What the hell's a rat?
I go to seek your conversation.
Yeah, and Kraloth welcomes him in, and Kraloth is sitting with Kieran, and Kieran and him have created a system where Kieran's been a much better student of Giant and has far surpassed Kraloth's understanding. So now Kieran is teaching Kraloth, and they've got this system of barks that they've worked out, and Kraloth is struggling.
Steady buddies.
I love the idea that Kraloth translates Giant through his understanding of dog. So he's like, door. In Giant, that's 3 barks. That's it's like you've now added another layer to your understanding. But unbeknownst to everybody else, you've just fluently learned dog.
Right.
Is there anything more like positive reinforcement, though, than conjugating the sentence right and a happy puppy jumping into your lap and being like, you fucking did it. Yeah, go you.
Face kisses.
Oh, it's great incentive.
I would never learn any words. I'd be like, no.
When Doran walks in, Kraloth says, "Oh, Doran. Oh, good to see you. I could honestly use a break here. My teacher's real hard on me."
You're not playing chess, are you?
Doran closes the door behind him and
Rat-tat-tat.
he steps in and he looks a little bit gloomy. Kraloth, I wonder if I could talk to you for a few minutes about some things.
Yeah, sure. Have a seat. I was just about to brew some tea.
Oh, thank you. I'd love one.
I meant for me, but okay.
2 sugars, Kraloth. Thank you.
This bed looks awfully comfortable.
A lot of stuff has, come to light recently, and I don't know much about my own religion, and I don't know much about a lot of things, but you see, I seem to be struggling a bit, and I'm concerned that, well, all of this stuff I've done, it's gonna come back to get me. And I don't know what Moradin says about it, and well, I guess I'd love to know what Kalimvor says about it, and if you have anything that you could tell me about what maybe my future holds, knowing these terrible deeds I've somehow managed to perform.
Mm-hmm. And Kraloth has a stoic but warm look on his face as he nods and moves over to the stove. Yeah, the things you mentioned the other day, they caused me pause to realize that you had a bit more of a complicated past than I had assumed originally.
Yeah, complicated. That's the word.
Did you say complicated?
Fuck is that?
You could stand for some lessons with Kieran there, Doran.
Well,
Come in here. Put your feet up on the woof woof.
Kraloth takes a moment as he puts the water slowly on the stove and turns it up with wood and fire. And he comes back to sit down and says, "Well, here's what I see. There is one thing that can absolve you of your past misdeeds. And I'll tell you right now, Doran, as far as I'm concerned, you're already doing it."
it's killing bad guys.
No, not exactly. Lately, you've been doing a lot of self-reflection, looking into the past, seeing where you have wronged others, created problems for friends, foes, family.
I'm not proud of it, Kraloth. I'm not.
Exactly. You're recognizing how you feel about these things that you've done. You are facing your pain. And I have to tell you that takes courage, Doran. It is not easy to face the pain and what we have inflicted on others. And in Kalimvor's eyes, the courage that it takes to reflect upon yourself, to stay with these uncomfortable feelings, is what is going to move you to a place of balance.
Well, I truly hope that Kalimvor can, I don't know, give a good word to Moradin. And
Doran, you don't understand. It isn't up to Kalimvor, nor Moradin. It's up to you. You have to be the one to face your pain. You have to be the one to solve your problems and make it right. This is your responsibility. The gods are there to support you, to guide you. But at the end of the day, it falls on your stout shoulders, Doran Iron Fist. There we go. Jasmine tea. I was very happy when the cultists said that they had a little bit on board. I haven't had it in ages, and jasmine is my favorite.
thank you very much, Kraloth. I appreciate your kind words and thoughts. It certainly puts my mind a bit more at ease, but I think I have some ways to go.
You most certainly do. And Kraloth pours him some tea, and I think we just sit and hang out for a little bit and talk giant with Kieran.
Kieran rests their head on Doran's lap for some scratches, and Jackson's curled up enjoying the heat of the stove nearby.
And the cultist asks, "Do you like the fresh jazz, man? We got him from Yartar and shaved off thin pieces for you. Your request was weird, but not impossible."
Wait, who's this?
Jazzman
Some
tea.
weird cultist who killed some jazz player from Yartar for you.
Jazz man. God. That's what we're drinking.
Klauth asked me to do your quest, and I have done.
He screamed a lot.
It's the evening of the 25th of Nightal, the drawing down, when you find the third spirit mound. Tucked inside the tall pines of the Moonwood, west of the Red Run River, a grove of bare trees does a poor job of concealing the third burial mound, marked on Harshnag's map as 1 stone. The spirit mound is encircled by a swift and sparkling stream. The island at the center is 400, 500 feet wide and is a 2-tiered affair, with a top tier built to resemble a dumb creature as seen from the sky,
Told you.
much like the Griffin's tribes was,
Look how stupid it looks.
and unoriginal.
Included that. That's great.
It is a pretty silly looking pony. I'll give it to you.
As you approach in your airship, you discern movement on the ground. 4 stone giants are busily destroying stone cairns that mark the graves of Uthgard barbarians, tossing rocks from these markers into the stream, digging chunks of earth out of the mound itself. And you see there are corpses here too, still figures lying in red stains in the snow.
See, even they think it's stupid. Oh my god. Look. And he points out the stone giants.
Mm-hmm.
Those are stone giants, like the ones we fought down in Amphail. Down around Amphail. Down between Rassalantar and Amphail. Down around Rassalantar.
Well, they're stone giants, yeah.
Jack's hands grab the edge of the ship tight. His knuckles go white.
Oh, yeah.
Having a moment thinking about stone giants.
It's okay, Jack. It's all right.
And Kraloth shouts to the cultists that are leading the ship, "Stay out of range! They're throwing heavy debris."
Don't come until we signal you.
So what's your strategy, guys? How do you want to get in on the ground level? You are looking, may I remind you, for a specific artifact in the midst of this scene of chaos.
I think we should get down to the edge of the trees and fire at them from a distance, one at a time, and try to kite them as far as we can. There's a ravine that goes around the mound, which we could use to our advantage. It would be at the very least difficult terrain for them to cross.
There's another idea. How high can this ship go? I mean, what if we were to go way up above the clouds and float down?
Well, then cloud giants would get us.
Who would float down?
I'm thinking, with Kraloth's,
Balloon pack, levitate.
But to what end?
well...
So we do
instead
that and then land where?
of, like, on a giant.
Just looking at it from above, if we're trying to pinpoint things that could be the artifact we're looking for down there, there's a couple of poles. There's that boulder at the eye of the pony.
Oh, yeah.
Stone giants are known for smashing things, and Jack is kind of, knees knocking together, a little nervous about him, just given his history with him.
Right. But remember that the stone giants were smashing humanoid things. They were smashing dwarven ruins, and we're looking for a giant trinket, which, I mean, I don't know them that well, but I get the feeling that when it comes to giant stuff, they might be acting a little bit differently.
Maybe. I guess my only concern is, are they the sort of intelligent giants that's going to think a relic that's been in human hands for a long time is still a giant relic, even if it started out as one?
If there's no concern for them destroying the relic here, then why don't we just wait for them, maybe observe them, see what they do, maybe learn a bit about their motives?
The stone giant to the northeast, as you're having this conversation from afar, bends down and picks up a boulder, holds it up high above its head, examining it. And even from this distance, you can see there's something different about this boulder. And in giant, Red and Jack, and even now Kraloth a little bit, you're piecing together the language. You hear this giant say,
"Look how these small creatures have stolen from us and used this bull to decorate their insulting cemetery. Rah!"
and then the giant kicks in this burial mound, caving in a crypt and launching a huge clod of dirt into the air. It would appear that the giant has discovered the relic.
Ah, so they want to take it. Ah, so it's not even that they're going to destroy it, it's that they're going to steal it.
That's woof, woof, whine, woof. They've discovered the relic.
You got it, Kraloth. Nailed it.
Yeah, they have. All right, that puts a clock on this thing. Let's move the airship down south and approach from that direction. I see one down there that I think we'd be able to pick off. I think we should land, keep the ship far back, approach from the woods, and try to take out these one at a time. What do you say?
Well, we need that relic. That's what we're here for. So we're gonna have to take it down.
So, sorry, Doran, I was actually talking to Kraloth. Can you scooch over? Kraloth, what do you think?
Oh,
Just kidding.
I know, but you can't joke around necessarily with Doran.
All right, let's do it. Take the ship round!
Let's make sure we're all prepared. And while the airship is maneuvering to circle this island, Kraloth casts a spell. As a level 4, you guys are going to get aid. Now, this is going to go to Red, Jack, and Kraloth, not Doran.
That's fine.
Sorry, Doran.
No, it's
Sucker.
fine.
So everybody's going to get plus 15 temporary HP.
I understand. I get it.
And don't forget to eat your treats, Kraloth says, as he pulls out like a chocolate truffle.
Ooh.
You made chocolates for everyone?
Yeah, little cocoa balls. And
Cool.
he eats that. And you get another plus 3. And Doran, you get the plus 3 HP. And Kieran also gets plus 3 HP.
Aw, don't feed him fucking chocolate.
his
Are
isn't
you
chocolate.
kidding
Oh,
me?
no.
This isn't cocoa.
You poisoned the
This
dog.
is
I'm imagining
not
those like
cocoa.
overpriced
No.
energy bites that you can get at like a health food store. That's
Oh,
like
hell
dates and coconut and
yeah,
like
exactly.
pistachios.
His are made with, theirs are made with fig.
Okay,
Nice.
great.
Thanks, buddy. And Red eats his.
How much does that give you?
I'm at a total of 75 hit points now.
Yes.
Take her around!
So the airship cranks through the sky silently at a distance such that you hope the stone giants do not observe you. And it seems like they don't, because they are really busy right now dismantling the very structure of this spirit mound.
Psst, Alex, shut up.
We add those in post.
Well, that's for Justin to use later.
Oh yeah, I'll use those, Alex. Literally, the roll for initiative is an Alex song. And that one we use the most.
I made a flying machine.
All right, folks. Everybody roll for initiative.
Oh.
Well, just unanimous sadness.
I bet yours is better than mine.
Doran, what'd you get?
A 6.
Kraloth?
7.
Hey, he was right.
Jack?
15.
And Red.
16.
Oh.
It's a game of increments between the two of you.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Doran feels a surge of adrenaline rush through his veins, and he looks over at Jack, and he kind of nudges with his shoulder. He says, "Well, you got your fingers all ready for your magic?"
Just like we've been practicing.
Oh, yeah, it's always a little bit exciting before battle, isn't it?
Careless Whispers on the flute is something else, let me tell you.
Especially the way Jack plays it.
Nailed it.
All right. Oh, do you want Andazar to come too?
Yes. Let's bring him. Let's bring the high, powerful wizard, please.
Yeah. So let's say this airship drops you in the middle of a copse of trees just to the southeast of this spirit mound.
The cultist shoves us off the side.
It's about 200 feet from the river, and you feel confident that right now your movements are relatively secret. However, the trees are leafless, and you can still see the giants moving around in the growing darkness in the island.
I think Red, 200 feet back from the river, will climb a tree and find one big enough that he can sport himself in. And before he does, he turns to the others and he puts a hand on each of their shoulders. He's like, it's all right. Everything's going to be fine. If anything gets too hairy, we retreat. Do you understand? And he locks eyes with each of you one at a time. We turn and run.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but Fair enough.
Kraloth?
Yes.
Jack?
Mm-hmm.
No, yes. Just say yes. Just look at me and say yes. God, you guys, we just really need to be on the same page for all this. This is making me very
And
uncomfortable.
a rock crashes through the trees and smashes Red into the dirt.
Retreat! Retreat!
All right. I mean, I'll take that as a yes, emphatically.
Yes.
All right. I love you, boys. And Red scales the tree to find a good position.
Okay, Red, you're in the forest 200 feet from the river's edge.
Correct.
Okay,
Because you said these were bare trees, which means I have line of sight. And yeah. Ah!
that's right. Roar and then
Doran gives Endazar a quizzical look, and he says, "Are you going to be okay? Yeah, my mature friend."
Hey, old fuck.
It's been some time since I've seen battle, but yes, I prepare spells for events such as these. And he touches the middle of his chest, and the shimmer of mage armor appears over his ancient cloaks.
Wow.
And he adjusts his earmuffs.
Very clever.
I think I'm ready.
So Doran suggests that Kraloth, Jack, and Endazar follow him up to the very edge of the trees, so that we're kind of on the front line, if you will.
And I think at this point, Red is just watching the stone giant for the moment that he might be alerted to their presence. So Red has already knocked an arrow. He is basically playing Overwatch right now as his three friends move up.
Why are you playing video games, Red?
Pay attention.
And Doran, in a very SWAT-like manner, maybe not SWAT-like, but very military manner, using the hand motions, tells everybody to follow him up and keep low to the ground and hide behind that tree and hide behind that tree.
He uses the hand motions and then tells everyone,
No.
move!
So I point out to the trees, where just stand behind a tree, and he does so himself. Looking back at Red.
I want everyone who is moving through the trees closer to these giants to make a stealth check, please.
Oh, fuck.
Everyone sounds like they did a great job on their stealth checks.
What's the signal mean again, Doran?
It means, as Doran rolls a 6 for me.
Okay.
5 for Kraloth.
Okay.
It's an 11 for Jack.
Holy fuck.
All right.
Guys, look, a chipmunk.
And Dazar rolled a 16.
Nice.
So he's crushing it.
You're doing great, Endazar.
Well done, Andy.
You make it about 60 feet through this bare wood. The ground underfoot is crunchier than you were hoping for, being that it is frozen. And the ground is littered with dry leaves. No matter how quietly you try to step, all you can hear is the crunch, crunch, crunch of your own footsteps echoing through this leafless forest. And you hear the burbling of the river as you approach. Red, you see the stone giant closest to you straighten from this sabotage of the crypts that it was undertaking and look directly into the trees where your companions are making their approach.
Thank you once again to our wonderful Patreon supporters, Christopher Ryan Evans, Merlin, Mitchell Cadwell, Ashley and JB, Michael and Brianna Weber, Colin Burkhardt, Daniel, Doug, Jessica Orrit, Jonah Goldman, and Maury Koneski. See you soon!